Hello my beauties and welcome to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Steph and today I'm doing my long awaited and much needed eyeshadow palette collection and declutter. I do need to add that everything I declutter will either have a home to go to with family or friends, or if it's old will go in the bin. So please don't message me asking for any of my decluttered eyeshadow palettes. I hate that bit. But yes guys, if you would like to know anything I've popped on my face, that will be listed in the description box below for you to check out should you wish to. Now I've rambled long enough, so let's get on into my eyeshadow palette collection and declutter. Okay, so the first palette is the Viseart Paris Edit, and if we turn that over, it's a neutral palette. I wasn't overly impressed with the shimmers. Mattes were beautiful, but as it's the only Viseart one I own, I am going to keep that. Then we have Beaut Bean, who is now Batty Bean, and Shroud, the It's Freaking Bats palette. I absolutely adore this palette. It was a gift from my beautiful sister friend Erica Congo over on YouTube. Love that, it's staying. I have this MBA Cosmetics Chilling with My Nomies. This was my favourite packaging of 2022. How freaking cute are they? This is the colour story. They're shifty, they're beautiful. I love them. That is staying. Next up, Coloured Rain. This is the Lovelies palette. And it is lovely, it's beautiful. However, I don't reach for it. I do have other Coloured Rain palettes, so I'm going to declutter that. What do we have next? This is Mavie. Is it Mavie Makeup or just Mavie? Mavie. Take Me to Santorini. I haven't tried this yet. I've wanted to try this brand for such a long time. I love this colour story, so definitely going to keep that. And then I have this one here from Endangered Cosmetics. I've kept everything with it. A portion of the proceeds went to something helping sea turtles. So yes, this is the Sea Turtle Pressed Powder palette. Look at that. It is absolutely gorgeous. It's a rather neutral colour story, but very green, which is right up my alley. I love it. So yes, I have used that and I did really enjoy the formula. So definitely not parting with that. Okay, so I've got a few little palettes here, all pretty much the same color story. So this is the Elf Bite Size Berry Bad. I have the Catrice 5 in a box. What one are you? Vivid Burgundy Look. This Lottie London Raspberry Ripple. This was a gift from my beautiful friend Scarletta. And then I have this Wet n Wild Colour Icon Heart and Soul. And whilst they're all a very similar colour stories, I always keep gifts, and then these others, well, I wanted to just try the formula of the 5 in a box from Catrice because I've heard some really good things about it. Particularly Nikki Raven was raving about them, so yeah, I really wanted to try that. And these mainly for my Steph Does neutrals, so yes, I will be keeping all of those. Next up is Trigwell Cosmetics, a UK indie brand. I haven't tried this yet. It's called Sunny Side Up. It is a beautiful kind of sunsetty, just citrusy, beautiful colour story. So yes, definitely keeping hold of that. Looking forward to trying it. I have these 3 palettes from Glamlight with their drinks collection. So this is the wine. Then we have the margarita, and then the dirty martini. I absolutely love the formula of these. I love the colour stories, so they are all staying. Then I have this little palette from She Glam, the Glam 101. What's it called? So Sublime. It's a very me colour story. I got this to do like Full Face of She Glam. Haven't got round to it. I don't really think I'm going to, so I'm going to declutter that. Okay, so next up I have these 2 palettes here from Glamlight. They are the, of course, Scooby-Doo collection, first time round. So the Creeps and Crawls, this is what she looks like. Absolutely gorgeous. I adore these palettes. And then this is the Roro Raggy one. Yeah, amazing. Love the packaging on these also. So yes, they are staying. I've got this Laura Lee Los Angeles Cat's Pajamas. Still has... I'm going to get rid of that. I haven't tried this yet. But I did pick this up for my Steph Does Neutrals series. So looking forward to trying that. Next up is a US indie brand, Ladybug Glow. This is the Galaxia Magica palette. I do have another one somewhere around here from Ladybug Glow. So this is the Galaxia Magica palette. Oh my god, this palette is so stunning. So stunning. I am in love with the formula of these palettes, and I love the packaging. So yep, super excited to keep that. Next up is from Heather Lou Cosmetics, and it's in collaboration with MUA Abbey SNM. It's the It's a Vibe palette. Love this packaging. And then this is the colour story. It's all mattes. So yeah, it's a really good all matte palette to have. Well, I say really good all matte palette to have. I haven't tried it yet, but yes, I fully intend to. So that is going to be staying. Onto one of my Nomad palettes. I can tell you none of my Nomad palettes will be going anywhere. Hopefully I don't break my nails getting these out of boxes. This is the, what are you called? Fête de Provence? Provence, France. I adore all of my Nomad palettes. This is one of my favourite colour stories from them. Absolutely gorgeous. I love the cool tone purples and greys with those pinks and yellows. Absolutely stunning. Formula is amazing. So yes, another one definitely staying. Okay, so next few piles. So I have this, the Donut palette from Sugary Cosmetics. I haven't tried this brand yet, so I am super excited. This is what she looks like on the inside. Yeah, it's there's a lot of spare space, but I don't mind that. I love the look of this pink glitter. So yes, I'm looking forward to trying that. Definitely keeping it. I have two little palettes here that I know I'm going to part with, just because I've got a few of the bigger palettes from P. Louise which I head for the most. So this is the P. Louise Talk Is Cheap. Absolutely gorgeous palette. Nothing wrong with it at all. I love the shades. I just don't tend to reach for the smaller ones from P. Louise when I have so many of the larger ones. And this one is CEO. I'm guessing that's how you say it. And again, absolutely gorgeous. It's got a cat hair in it. Of course it has. If you keep cats, you know. So yes, this is also going to be decluttered. Next up, I'm going to go through this pile of 50/50 makeup palettes, because sadly they have gone out of business. They've closed down. So yes, I will be decluttering these, but I'm just going to show you quickly which ones I have that I'm decluttering. So this, I believe, is their winter one. No, summer one. I don't know why I'm saying winter. I believe this is their summer one. And then this is the winter one. This one, I think it's Aphrodite 2.0. Gorgeous palettes. Love the formula. And this is Crybaby. And this one has the palette and then the lip glosses in the slide out drawer. So yes, all of those are being decluttered. Yes, sadly. Okay, so next up I have this Luna Beauty Life's a Drag facelift palette, the newer one of the ones they did. So This one here, I have only used the neutrals in so far, so I'm super excited to try out the colourful side. I wish there was at least one colourful shimmer, but that's me being picky. So yes, looking forward to trying the colourful side of that. Next up is Moira. Is it Moira Beauty or Moira Cosmetics? I can never remember. Does it say? Moira Cosmetics. This one is Oh My Peelings from the Juicy series palette. This I haven't tried yet. Beautiful summery colour story. Not quite sure why I'd need them in such large quantities, but maybe they'd be good face products. I don't know. I don't need to keep that. But yes, so I will be keeping hold of this to try. Then I have my Clarity Cosmetics Cobra palette. This is the only palette I own from Clarity Cosmetics. And oh, if you know me, you know I keep snakes. I love snakes. Green is my favourite colour, so it is literally like a Steph dream. I absolutely adore this. Love the colour story. Love the packaging. So yes, that is staying. Next up is this Midas Cosmetics collaboration with Drench Cosmetics, the Genesis palette. You can't get hold of this anymore, but I wanted this for the longest time, and I picked it up after, you know, from somebody else because I'd wanted it for so long. I love it, so I'm definitely going to keep hold of that. Then we have my Wicked Widow Beauty Scissorhands palette. This was a gift from my beautiful Scorpio sister, Avida, who's Vivi You're Pretty over here on YouTube. I adore Edward Scissorhands. It is one of my favourite films, and yeah, this did not disappoint. The packaging is amazing. I know they've revamped the packaging, they've changed it, but I love this one. I love my one. So this is a colour story, absolutely gorgeous. It performs beautifully. I just absolutely adore this. Yes, so definitely staying. And I have this Makeup and Murder Crime Scene Trace Evidence Eyeshadow Palette Volume 1 Paint Chips. I haven't tried Makeup and Murder. It's a brand that I've wanted to try for the longest time. So pick this up. It's all matte, or is it all matte? I'm not sure if it's all matte. No, I think there might be a couple of shimmers. So yes, I haven't tried this yet, but looking forward to trying that soon. Next up is one of my Natasha Denona palettes. This is the Retro. This one I do really love. Natasha Denona is not my favourite formula, but I love the colour story of this one, and I can make this one work for me. So I am going to keep a hold of that. Okay, next up is from Mandy Makeup, which is a new, well, not quite so new now, US indie brand. The owner, Mandy, is just such a beautiful, wonderful person. This is the first palette from Mandy Makeup, the Ego Death palette. I love this cover, and I know that this is her. She also does music. She's a rapper, I believe. I'm terrible with genre names, but I've listened to her stuff. I love it. But this is the album cover, and this is the Ego Death palette. I adore this. This shade here, Lightworker, is amazing. Stardust is a holographic one. Lala's is super, super shifty. I love this palette. I'm so excited for Mandy to bring out more palettes. So yes, 100% staying. Then we have the Beauty Crop, the Pina Colada palette. Beauty Crop is a UK indie brand. This is what she looks like. I have used this. I really, really loved the formula, so definitely looking forward to trying some more from the Beauty Crop, hoping they bring out some more palettes. Yes, that's staying. Next up from Colourpop is the Tinkerbell Sprinkle a Little Magic palette. Oh my god, this packaging is just, oh, I love it. I absolutely love it, and I love Tinkerbell and greens, and my favourite colours to put together are green and pink, so you can see why. The formula in this is beautiful. I love it. So yes, that is staying. Next up, I've got a couple of palettes from Shroud Cosmetics. Mine say Strobe because they were Strobe Cosmetics before they rebranded. So I have the Divinity, and she looks like this. Absolutely gorgeous. I love the formula of these. And I have the Creepy Cute, the first one, and she looks like this. I'm not quite sure what's happened to my green shade, but it still works. Very, very strong magnet on that one. Yes, both of those will be staying. Here is the second Ladybug Glow palette I have. This is the original, the first one, the Ladybug Glow palette, and this is what she looks like. These two shades here are super shifty, super beautiful. The silver's gorgeous, the mattes are beautiful. I love this. So yes, that's staying. Tropical Dreams from OPV Beauty London, a UK indie brand that I do love. Very reflective, shiny packaging, but you can probably see by the colour story why I love this so much. It performs beautifully, so that is staying. One of my By Beauty Bay palettes. I love the By Beauty Bay formula, and especially in kind of these newer ones. So this is the Retro Love, and this colour story is so beautiful. I love this. I love playing with this. I need to dig this back out again. Yes, so obviously that's staying. And then we move on to this palette here, which is from Altitude Cosmetics, one of my favourite indie brands ever. I absolutely adore this brand. And for full disclosure, I'm a brand ambassador, a very proud brand ambassador. This is the Phoenix Born from the Ashes palette. Absolutely stunning. I've actually hit pan on Phoenix. But Phoenix and Dreams are really super, super shifty, beautiful shades. This is such a versatile, gorgeous palette. One of my favourites. Love that. Okay, so next up is this little palette from Technic, Captivated palette. I picked this up thinking, oh, I really want to try Technic. I have had it in my box of shame, my new inbox, for months and months. I haven't touched it, so I'm going to be decluttering that. Also the same with this Essence palette, Dancing Green. If I can open it. Again, I thought I would use this in a video. I haven't reached for it to try it, so I'm going to declutter that also. Then I have my Only Motet Stum palette, which I've yet to try. This was a gift from my beautiful Scorpio sister Avida, who's Viva You're Pretty. This is the Be My Vampire palette. Let me get rid of that slip. I don't love them. This is what she looks like. That red glitter looks absolutely stunning. I cannot wait to try this, and the packaging is, wow, beautiful. Next up, another US indie brand, Badass Beauties. This is the Fill Dot palette. I only recently tried this. I did a collab with Erica Conga, my beautiful sister and friend here on YouTube, and I really enjoyed using this palette. I stuck mainly with the greens, which is my big comfort zone, if you know me. But yeah, I really enjoyed using this palette, and looking forward to trying more from this brand. Then moving on to, we have Gloss Gods Cosmetics, which is it a Swedish indie brand, I want to say. And this is the Gal on the Moon palette, and all of these are super sparkly, shifty goodness. I adore this. The formula is just beautiful. Guys, seriously, I will do videos showing and swatching a few palettes, but in this one, because there's so many, I'm not going to be doing any swatches, because otherwise I will still be sat here next week. But yes, Gal on the Moon, love that. Right, September Rose Cosmetics Still Pretty palette. Sadly, this has been discontinued. This is the colour story. It's absolutely stunning palette, really amazing quality. But I do have my beautiful Scorpio sister who really wants to try September Rose Cosmetics. So I will be passing this to her. So this one is being decluttered. Not because there's anything wrong with it, just I like to give other people a chance to try these amazing brands too. Okay, what have we next? So this is Bone Idol Beauty, which is a UK indie brand. This is the Treasure Island eyeshadow palette. Oh my god, just look at that. I am a sucker for artwork and just beautiful packaging. Absolute sucker. I love this. I haven't tried this yet. I'm going to take the plastic slip out. This is the colour story. Absolutely beautiful. I cannot wait to try this. So yes, definitely a staying. This palette is the Totemic palette from Unicorn Cosmetics, which is a UK indie brand. This is now discontinued, I believe. They don't have it on their site or anything, but this packaging is just, oh, just amazing. All the little butterflies there. She's got the little toucan, the feather. She's just absolutely beautiful. The blue hair. She's like my soul person. I don't know. I love the look of this. This is the color story. It's a beautiful palette. I'm sure I will use this again, but if I'm honest, I do have another palette from Unicorn Cosmetics and I adore it. You will be seeing that coming up. This mainly I'm keeping for the packaging, because obviously you can't get hold of it, but look how stunning that is. And what do we have next? Next up is this Violet Vision palette from She Glam. Again, I kept hold of this. Cat hair. I kept hold of this thinking I was going to do more like videos with the She Glam stuff. I haven't used it. I've literally just swatched this, so I'm going to declutter it. Okay, so the next palette is the Serpent palette, which was a collaboration between Mica Beauty Shop and Marty's Makeup. It's got a snake on it. I absolutely adore the artwork on this. I love how the snake is designed. I just think it's beautiful. And it's so nice to see a snake on something in a really positive way. I adore snakes, and I think they get a really bad rep. So this is the colour story. Absolutely stunning. The shimmers in this, they're shifty, they're beautiful. It's just wow. That shade there, Venom, is just amazing. Transformation, shifts, oh, a few colours. It is stunning. It's definitely a beautiful multichrome. Yeah, I adore this palette, so 100% staying. And then also from Mica Beauty Shop, I have the Glacier palette. This was my first one that I tried from Mica Beauty Shop, and I adore this. The shifts in these shades are just beautiful. The mattes perform beautifully. Absolutely gorgeous palette. So next up is my collection of Saints, Angels, Sinners palettes. I can tell you now this is one of my favourite formulas, so I won't be decluttering any of these, so I'll just show you them. So this one is the Saints, Angels, Sinners and Funny Butter, Her Royal Highness. This is what she looks like. Absolutely gorgeous. I have the Kazi. I love the cat on there. This is what she looks like. This blue is just one of my favourite blues. I love it. The Zodiac 3, and she's just shown the Zodiac 4, which I'm super excited for. But I absolutely love this, and that yellow shimmer is stunning. absolutely gorgeous. Be the Gift, this one, and we'll come to that in a moment, and it's your gift. With the first two I tried from Saints, Angels, Sinners, and I love them. I've used this so many times. It's such a stunning palette. Then we have the collaboration between Saints, Angels, Sinners and Ice Cream Beauty. It was in the Ice Cream Beauty box. The Yummy palette. This is absolutely stunning. These two shades, Candy Girl and Tutti Frutti, are just so beautiful. I really enjoy this palette. So that's that one. We have the A Fairy Tale, which is the collaboration, most recent collaboration between Saints, Angels, Sinners and Fairy Light, who is Sophia Sadie, and I love the packaging on this. This palette is so versatile, and I think it would suit like people, neutral lovers, colour lovers. I've really enjoyed playing with this. I've used it so much, and this is still available at the moment, I believe. Right, we have the Cupid's Arrow, which the broken window with the heart, I love that. These shades are gorgeous, shifty goodness. Then the Water Baby shimmer one, absolutely gorgeous again. Then the Earth Baby, oh, can't open that, Earth Baby shimmer, stunning. That orange is amazing. The Air Baby shimmer, gorgeous. I love that, truthful. The Air Baby mattes, really beautiful matte shadows. Excuse Jace if you can hear him. The Fire Baby shimmer palette. These are beautiful. That red is stunning. The Fire Baby mattes, beautiful orange tones. The You're a Gift. This was the other one that I tried first, along with Be the Gift. Absolutely gorgeous. And the Saint 2, which is the more neutral palette with the pop of blue. Absolutely gorgeous. I do love this for an inner corner shade. So yes, that's my Saints, Angels, Sinners collection. Okay, next up, this is the Money Shot by P. Louise. This is one of my favourite palettes. Cut that off. You've got all of your kind of brighter greens there. And then you pull out here and you've got the more kind of grungy tones and yellowy tones, more browns, neutrals. Absolutely gorgeous palette. I think it's probably my favourite P. Louise palette. It's green, not a surprise. Then I have this little palette here from the Beauty Crop. It is the Oui Cherie palette. I haven't tried this yet, but I have a few items from the Beauty Crop I want to do a video, so you will see this coming up soon. Next up, this is my Makeup Obsession Ruddy or Rady, I don't know how you say it, Daydream palette. Oh my god, this palette was a present from my daughter and stepson. I absolutely adore it. That silver is just amazing. Sadly, the formula in this has gotten old and isn't usable, so whilst I will be decluttering it, it is going into kind of a sentimental drawer, but being decluttered from the regular collection. Yes, if the formula wasn't old, it would be staying in the collection. Next is another UK indie brand. This is Cosmic Brushes, the Serenity palette. Oh my god, this palette is amazing, and people all over YouTube went wild for this, and I can tell you it is so worth the hype. So worth the hype. Absolutely gorgeous. The mattes perform beautifully. The shimmers are amazing. So yes, staying. So next up is one of my Nomad palettes. This is the Royal Europe. I love this packaging. It is stunning. And on the inside, this is what she looks like. These are the first multi-chromes from Nomad, all the way along the bottom. These shades are so rich, so pigmented, beautiful. I adore this palette. I need to do loads more with it because there is so much you can do with this. I love it. Okay, so the next lot of palettes. So I have this little one here, little Natasha Denona one. Whilst I love the colour story, because it's so small, I don't really reach for it. And I know somebody who really wants to try Natasha Denona, so this has a home to go to, so I will declutter that. Then I have all except for the neutral of these BH Cosmetics Sweet Shop palettes, so I'll just show you them. Move everything to the side. So I have the Cotton Candy, beautiful. The Pistachio, absolutely stunning. The Cherry on top. Hold that so you can actually see. I love that. The Bubblegum and the Orange Sorbet. The Orange Sorbet was a gift from my beautiful friend and sister Bridget, and she's Beauty Goddess Bridget over here on YouTube. Stunning. Love them. They're all staying. Next up is this. It's big and chunky, but I love it. It is the Grimoire Book of Shadows Volume 2 from VE Cosmetics. VE Cosmetics, let me try and make some room here, it is a UK indie brand that I love, and this is the colour story. How beautiful is that? 100% not going anywhere. And then let's grab this. So then I have this Melt palette. It's the Amor y Mariposas, and I really enjoy using this palette. It's not my favourite from Melt, but I do really enjoy it. I don't know if I'm put off more by the tiny shadows. I don't know what it is, but I do love that, and I will, oh crap, I will be keeping it. Attacking everything here. I have some more Melt palettes here. Are these the last of my Melt palettes? So I've got the Smoke Sessions, which is a green lover's dream. I adore that. I have the Radioactive, which is beautiful and colourful. The Gemini, the original one, I really enjoy that. And also I have, if I can open this, and I also have the Beetlejuice Recently Deceased from Melt Cosmetics. I absolutely adore this. I love Beetlejuice. I love that you've got this in there. I can't think what it's called. Love the colour story. I really love playing with this. Sadly you can't get this anymore, but it is going nowhere. It was a, oh crikey, it was a Christmas present from my boyfriend, and yes, I absolutely love it. Okay, so these next 4 palettes are being decluttered. Lucky Bunny Cosmetics, whilst it appeared they'd come back, have disappeared again. So yes, the Envy palette, the Greed, the Wrath, and the Gluttony. So I am decluttering all 4 of those. Then I have these 2 Uoma Beauty palettes, the Black Magic Carnival, Black Magic, yeah. So Black Magic and Black Magic Carnival, I can never quite work out the names of them, but I love, 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 love these palettes and the packaging. Absolutely gorgeous. This one I think is my favourite of the 2. Like, the packaging instantly. And this is the colour story. Absolutely gorgeous. So yes, both of those are staying. Next up is the Colour Splurge by Labelle Makeup. This was a UK indie brand that has sadly closed down. It's an all matte palette. I will be decluttering that. I have two Natasha Denona palettes here, and one will stay and one will go. The Love palette. Now this palette, I cannot for the life of me make this work for me at all. I don't know what it is about it, but so my daughter is going to be having that. But yet the Sunrise I get on with like the same as I do with the Retro. It's got cat hair in and dog hair, but this one I can make this work for me. I do really enjoy it. Again, Natasha Denona isn't my favourite formula, but I do enjoy it. Okay, what do we have next? I have this pile of palettes here from BH Cosmetics. So the Avocado Toast. I love this. The formula is amazing in these. The Summer in Saint Tropez. I haven't actually used this one yet, but I do love the formula of these, all these palettes. The Mimosa. Again, I've not used that one yet. The Blueberry Muffin. I adore this. Amazing formula. The Paris, is it Passion in Paris? Oh my god, this is amazing. It is such a beautiful palette and it performs just so beautifully. I love this. Love it. And the 80s Remix Dance. And this is beautiful. Also, I really enjoyed playing with that palette too. I am going to keep all of those. Okay, so next I have these three palettes from Fatal Beauty, which is an American indie brand. So I have the Demon Diva. I keep them in their sleeves because it says the name on, and then you've got their gorgeous little faces. So this is the Demon Diva. Absolutely gorgeous. You've got a shimmer, pressed glitter and 4 mattes. I really enjoy the formula of these. The Frankenslay, if I can open her up. I love her. Absolutely gorgeous again. This is mostly matte with the one glitter. Their glitters are a really lovely formula. And the Drop Dead Gorgeous. Get that out. Again, she's stunning. I love them. And this is the Drop Dead Gorgeous. They're all staying. Okay, so 2 more palettes from Artitude Cosmetics. So first up is the Colour Splash. This was her first palette and it is just such a beautiful, it is one of my favourite kind of really rainbowy style palettes. I love this. And also the VIP exclusive, which is her more neutral palette. This shade here, Mogul, is just a dream. It's stunning. It's a really beautiful kind of pink gold shift. I love it. Okay, and we've got a couple of these smaller Huda Beauty palettes. The Ruby Obsessions. I've had this for ages. All I've done is swatch it, so I am going to declutter that. I have the Wild Python, obviously green and snake print and python. This is staying. I haven't actually put it on my eyes yet. I need to do that. This pile here are from Glam Shop Poland, a brand that I totally love. These first 2 here were a gift and what got me into the brand. So the Citronada is absolutely stunning, beautiful palettes. The Laguna, gorgeous. You can see they've been loved. The Zielone, I think you pronounce it, I'm not 100%, love that. And the Fioletti, beautiful, beautiful palettes. They are definitely staying. What do we have here next? Okay, so these are my Makeup by Lisa palettes. It's a UK indie brand. The owner's actually from the Isle of Wight, which is where I'm from, so even more exciting for me. I did receive these in PR just for clarity, transparency. So I have the Macaron eyeshadow palette, really beautiful summery colours. The I Love the 90s, this is the revamped one, love it. The You're Out of This World, which is one of my favourites. This is just such an amazing palette. The Raven's Castle, love the packaging on this, and it is just a beautiful cool tone, just beauty. I love it. Cool tone goodness. The Secret Garden eyeshadow palette, another one of my favourites. Absolutely beautiful, green and pink together. The original I Love the 90s. This is before it was revamped. This is that. The Seashell eyeshadow palette. This is another absolutely gorgeous colour story. And the Cookies and Cream, absolutely gorgeous. I won't be parting with any of my Makeup by Lisa. Right, this little pile here. Where is that other Nabla one? Because I think, okay, so I've got these two Nabla palettes here. The little Wild Berry palette, I absolutely adore this, and I know it's small, but it's one of those tiny but mighties. I love the packaging. And then I have the Dreamy 2, the Mystic palette, which is absolutely gorgeous. However, am I going to pick this up? I don't think so. I've got the Wild Berry palette, so I think I'm going to declutter this, pass it on, give someone else the opportunity to love that. And I've got a couple of the smaller BH Cosmetics palettes here. So I have the Do Not Disturb, and it looks like this, absolutely stunning. And the Absinthe, which is pretty obvious why why I chose that. All greens. I will be keeping a hold of them. Okay, so we've got a few V Cosmetics ones coming up. So I have again, I think I've already shown a V Cosmetics one. It's a UK indie brand that I love. So I have the I Put a Spell on You. I adore this palette. The Blood Moon. This is amazing. It is an all matte. They perform so beautifully. I love it. I have the Spellbound. The, oh, look at this with the snakes. As Above, So Below. Gorgeous. This one's a more neutral one, but it's got snakes on it. I love it. What do we have next? The V Cosmetics and Alice Bazaar collab Freak Show palette. Beautiful tones in there. Do I have any more V ones before? Yep, I've got some more here. So I have the Lovers, which is really neon. The Vixen, I love this fox, which is a beautiful orangey colour story. And also the Green Witch, absolutely beautiful. So yes, I'm not going to part with any of those. I love them. I love VE Cosmetics. Okay, so next up I've got two palettes here from Luna Beauty. I have the Strawberry Dream, and she looks like this. Absolutely gorgeous palette. I love that. And also I have the original Moon Spell. I keep it in here. It's just beautiful. I love this packaging. And this is what she looks like. gorgeous. So yes, both of those will be staying. Next up, I have these two palettes here from Certify. So I have the Affinity 2 and the Dynasty. I believe Certify is still going. It's a UK indie brand. I'm really hoping that they do pull through. I love that this is in the little row, so you can just make a look out of one row if you want to. It's not my usual style. I love to mix and match, but I have that one and the Affinity 2. This is absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, I will be keeping hold of them. Next up, the Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde. Can I get into this? Now, for a neutral palette, I absolutely love this. I love the tones of these kind of pinky shades. I love that green. I love the shimmers. So yes, that is staying. Right, let's move into Kaleidos. So, can I get into these easy? I have a few of these ones. So the Futurism 5, the Electro Turquoise. I have, if I can move that over, I have this one. I won't be parting with any of these because I do absolutely adore them. I also have the Futurism 6 Lunar Lavender, and they're all in all these different cases, but I love it. And this is Lunar Lavender. The Futurism 1, the Sci-Fi Green, my favourite one for obvious reasons. And the, what are you, Futurism 3 Astro Pink. And this is what she looks like. Beautiful. Yes, all of those will be staying. I can't see me parting with any of my Kaleidos palettes, if I'm honest. The Flower Punk, I have to keep this in its packaging because it's just all so stunning. I mean, look at that. And if we slide that over, this is the Carla Story. I love this. Green and pink. Yes, I love green and pink. And the packaging is just beautiful. I love that there's a snake on it, of course. Easily pleased. I have the Club Nebula, which is the collaboration with Angelica Nyqvist. This palette is absolutely stunning. Definitely one of my favourites. I do adore that. The Escape Pod, which is in the same kind of format. I really enjoy this also. So yes, definitely not going to be parting with any of my Kaleidos palettes. Okay, so I have another huge pile, or a few huge piles. So this is the Selena Spooky Boo palette. I kind of have found out who she is. It's a really cute pastel palette. I'm honestly speaking not really going to reach for this, so I am going to declutter that. Spellbound Beauty is a US indie brand, and this is the Oracle palette. I really enjoy this palette. Definitely going to be keeping that. I have, these are my only palettes from Unique Beauty. I have toyed with the idea of parting with them, but I think I'm going to keep hold of them for now. So it is the, what's it, the Fashion Japan Konnichiwa collection. So volume 1, it looks like this. They are very soft eyeshadows, so they do get a bit messy. Volume 2 and volume 3. So yes, I'm going to be keeping hold of them for now. I'm hoping to see Unique Beauty come out with some new stuff. It's a UK indie brand, so fingers crossed. Okay, what do we have here? Josh Cosmetics Daydreamer eyeshadow palette. This was from when Josh Cosmetics was around previously. It's a UK indie brand. He's recently returned. However, because this was from previous, I am going to declutter it. It does have a very lovely home to go to. So this is the Daydreamer palette. And now the Suva Beauty Magic and Ecstasy palette. That's what she looks like. I haven't used this yet. It's a row of mattes and a row of pressed glitters, although that is a matte black. So yes, I do need to get my arse in gear and try this. Then I have the HMB Cosmetics, the UK indie brand, Dare to Be Different palette. It is all matte except for, I believe that. But yes, I do need to dig this out more. I will be keeping hold of it. Then another, oh crikey, another UK indie brand is Dreamhouse Cosmetics. This is the Midnight Garden palette, their first palette. I really enjoy using this, definitely keeping hold of it. Then I have the Michelou Cosmetics Witchcraft palette, and she looks like this. Really grungy, beautiful, witchy goodness. I love this. Then we have this palette here from Blush Tribe, who then became, why can't I think? I've got a couple of palettes. But anyways, this was Blush Tribe, the Hasina 2. Blush Tribe shut down. She reopened, and for some reason the name escapes me right now. But yes, this palette I wanted for the longest time. As I was starting my channel, it was when like Blush Tribe was closing down, and I was gutted I didn't get my hands on this. I did manage to find it on Vinted, and it's absolutely stunning. I cannot part with this. I wanted it for so long, and right at the beginning of my channel, so just looking at it, just the look of it brings back memories of like desperately wanting it. So yes, I can't part with that. Then I have the Spellbook by Cursed Cosmetics. I love Cursed Cosmetics. This is a really beautiful deep palette. You've got some neutrals, you've got some pops of colour, you've got the 3 glitters on the bottom. I really enjoy this palette. And then another UK indie brand. This is inspired by Shay. The palette is Imagine the Queen You. And I believe this is their only palette. I don't know if they've come out with anything else as yet, but I really enjoy playing with this. And obviously it's a UK indie brand. And then I have the Poppy Cosmetics Neon Drip palette. This is gorgeous, like really bright and summery. It's the only thing I have from Poppy Cosmetics. And another UK indie brand is Jolie Beauty, and this is, let me move some things out of the way, it's a rather large one, the Sorceress palette. This is such a beautiful palette. I've hit pan on Shapeshifter, as you can see. I love this. Okay, next up we have some Colourpop. So this is the Harry Potter palette. Oh, this was a gift from my beautiful friend and sister Erica Conga. The formula of this is amazing. It's such a lovely formula. I think sometimes Colourpop really hit the nail on the head, and yeah, I think they did with this one. I love it. And I am a huge Harry Potter fan, for if you don't know me. And then what's next? So Blend Bunny Cosmetics. This is the Lure palette. This is such an amazing palette. It's just so beautiful. I love it. I love the formula of Blend Bunny Cosmetics. So yes, definitely keeping it. What do I have here? Ciate London, the Miss Piggy collection. I think it's called the Pigment palette. She looks like this. If I'm honest, I going to reach for this. I know my daughter really wants this, so I am going to pass this on to her. Urban Decay Moon Dust. I had this originally, the formula went bad, I got another one, and all I've done is swatch it, and it's just, yeah, wasted in my collection, so I am going to declutter that. Also, I think I'm going to declutter my NARS Cool Crush. Yeah, it's just, it doesn't inspire me at all. It's not my favourite formula. The matte's beautiful. The shimmer's, yeah, I mean, it's really good, but I'm not going to use it. So I am going to declutter that. Okay, let's grab my Yvette Beauty palettes. I won't part with these. I did receive all but, this is the only one I bought myself out of these. I received the rest in PR, and I am so sad that she's closed down. But yes, so I have the Rave Bay palette, which is all pressed glitters. Now I am so sad because this is my favourite pressed glitter formula and she's gone. But just look at those beautiful colours. The Out and About palette I bought myself. It is an all matte palette to go with these beautiful pressed glitters. I have a few of the fall pans. So there is the Insomniac, the Electric Sky, the Plur, the Rave Mum, and the Prism. And I also have, I cannot remember the name of this, and her website's closed now. But yes, this beautiful quad here, that black glitter is amazing. But yes, Yvette Beauty holds a very special place in my heart. I cannot part with any of these. Okay, some more smaller palettes here. So this is 17 makeup, 17 greens. I will be decluttering this. It's not great quality. It's, yeah, it's going. The High Society. Let's open you up. Am I really going to use that? No. That's such a pretty colour. I am going to hold on to this for now, I think. I do love the look of that shade. I know I wasn't going to swatch anything, but this is just how, yeah. Yeah. I am going to keep hold of this for now. Just the good thing about doing it on a towel. So yeah, I am going to keep hold of that for now. And this little beauty I cannot part with. I grew up with Bambi. It's the Colourpop Bambi Flower palette. It's super, super cute. Just look at that. Yeah, I am going to keep hold of that. More Colourpop. Crikey, that's got some pigment. So the Hocus Pocus Witching Hour is the only one of the Hocus Pocus palettes I have from Colourpop. Love the look of it. I haven't used it yet, as you can see, but it's Hocus Pocus, so yeah, definitely keeping it. I have a pile of Colourpop here. So I have the High Tide, which was a gift from Erica Conga. This is amazing quality. I have the Mandalorian The Child, which I keep in its box. This is my perfect neutral palette. I love it. The formula is amazing in this one. I know a lot of people didn't like it, but I love this. If I am in a hurry and I want a quick look, I know I'm going to love whatever I do with that. On Cloud Blue, gorgeous. She's got Solstice. This was a gift from Avida, my beautiful Scorpio sister. Vivi All Pretty here on YouTube. Strawberry Shake, also from Avida. Main Squeeze I've had for a long time and I love it. It's just such a beautiful colour story. Then I have the Star Wars Mandalorian, which is really neutral, but with like cool tones. Yeah, I haven't used it yet, but it's going nowhere. The It's My Pleasure. Mine's a bit of a mess. This was a gift from Avida. Unfortunately, these 3 shades all smashed on the way. I repressed them, but I think I've repressed bits of each into each one. But I love it. The Aha Honey. Beautiful yellow palette. Cherry Crush. This performs beautifully. Really love that palette. Lizzie McGuire, What Dreams Are Made Of. Oh God. Realistically, am I going to use this? No, I am going to declutter that. The Lush Life. Again, realistically, am I going to use it? No, probably not, so I'm going to declutter that too. Okay. Next little pile. Okay, so this top, I've still got that swatch on there. Hang on, let me get that off. Okay, so this next pile. So this palette here, the owner of, really made a hack job of this. The owner of Mandy Makeup used to have Rose Company Cosmetics, and I picked this up at the time, the Chromatic palette. This is what she looks like, really shifty and beautiful. It's a special palette to me. I love it, so I will definitely be keeping a hold of that. Now the Give Me Glow Cosmetics, the Juicy Olive, 100% keeping. Look at those greens, they perform beautifully. The Creature Cosmetics, Revenge of the 80s. Perfect Halloween-y colour story. I absolutely adore this. So yes, the US indie brand. I have the Ugly palette from Likely Makeup, if I can get into it. I only keep the box for this because the box is in black and white, and then you've got the colourful palette, and this is the colour story. I love this. I have the Colourpop Villains Misunderstood. Looks like this. Beautiful. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I am going to keep hold of that one. The Glaminatrix Cosmetics Sandra Rose, the mini. I adore this palette. This Silver Flourish is just absolutely gorgeous. Bloom. I adore this palette. Beautiful. Okay. So next here I have the Milan Row Makeup. This is a collaboration with Doodles by the Bunny, the Poison Ivy palette. This is what she looks like. It's the only thing I've tried and the only thing I own from Milan Row. Yeah, I love the colour story. I am keeping that. I have the Pinky Rose Cosmetics Bright Lights. I haven't tried this yet. It is the only thing, I believe it's the only thing I own from Pinky Rose. If not, I haven't tried Pinky Rose yet anyway. So I will be keeping hold of that. I have the Trixie Cosmetics Team Cartier palette. This was a gift and I love it. Absolutely gorgeous. Love the formula. And then I have this Colourpop Holidays, the Disney The Muppets palette. I did only pick it up because it was the Muppets. I mean, it's a cute colour story, but I have all of these shades and I know my daughter really wants this. So I'm going to pass it along to her. I think I'm also going to part ways with this. I love the By Beauty Bay formula. This one here, a lot of these shades don't really show up on my eyes. It wasn't my favourite from them, so I am going to declutter that. I have the Flamingo palette from Violet Voss. I love this. This was a gift from my mum. I love this. It's beautiful. Then I have this Fluorescent Eyeshadow Charm For You palette from Fanatic Beauty. This was a gift from my best friend. It is all UV goodness. How beautiful is that? So yes, 100% keeping that. Then I have the Unicorn Cosmetics Wicked palette. It's a UK indie brand. This palette is amazing. The quality is so good. So good. Really love using this palette. Okay, what do we have here? The Sigma Untamed palette is beautiful. I do really enjoy this colour story. I love that you've got the brush, and I do love Sigma brushes. So I will be keeping hold of that. And then this is the KVD Vegan Beauty, what are you called? Edge of Reality eyeshadow palette. And absolutely stunning shades, but I just don't reach for it, so I am going to part ways with that. I have the Linda Hallberg Spectral palette. I have not used this yet, but I love the look of it. Definitely will be using that. I have this is from Glisten Cosmetics, I believe. Yes, they don't do this anymore. It's the Totally Botany, and I wanted this for so long. I don't even know if is the formula still good in this. I think it is. Okay. I love this colour story. I think I am going to keep hold of this for now because I love the packaging. I love the colour story. So yes. Then I have the Queen palette from Eloise Beauty, and this is what she looks like. Absolutely love this palette. Beautiful. It's a UK indie brand. And next up, Makeup Maniacs and the Weekend Soiree eyeshadow palette. I haven't tried this yet. I haven't tried anything from Makeup Maniacs, so yeah, I'm definitely keeping hold of this to try. I love the look of this Sugar Plum glitter and also the Masquerade, so yeah, definitely keeping hold of that for now. The Serenity palette, which was the collaboration between Menagerie Cosmetics and Annette's Makeup Corner. This is the only Menagerie palette I own, purely because they don't ship to the UK. This was a gift from my beautiful sister and friend Erica Conga, and I absolutely adore this palette. It is just so beautiful. I love these colours. I love it. Then I have the Lime Crime Venus XL2. This, for me, is a beautiful neutral palette. I really love these kind of sage tones with the pinks. Again, green and pink. I'm a happy girl. So yes, definitely keeping hold of that. Then another UK indie brand, that is Charlie Betty Beauty. And the Earth palette. So I've got to show you that it's absolutely gorgeous. So you've got the clips. And this is the colour story. Absolutely beautiful. You've got all your greens, you've got your earthy tones, you've got this beautiful pink, which you know I mix with the greens. That's obvious. Oh, crikey. This is such good quality. I cannot wait for Charlie Betty Beauty to bring out more. I would love to see another eyeshadow palette, so fingers crossed. And let's move on to this pile here. So I've got this LA Splash Classic Horror palette. Oh my god, the artwork on this is just phenomenal. I love it. And this is the colour story. It is gorgeous. I particularly love this kind of toxic green madness. I love this. It is one of my favourites to dig out around Halloween time, but any time of year really. gorgeous. Definitely keeping a hold of that. And I've got this Sea Colour Cosmetics Purple Rain palette. I have not tried Sea Colour Cosmetics. That broke in the post, so I had to kind of squish that back in. But I haven't tried this yet. Purely picked it up because it's Purple Rain, and I'm a huge Prince fan. Purple Rain is one of my favourite songs. I love purple eyeshadow, so yes, I do need to dig this out and use it. And I have the Makeup by Tammy Cosmetics Chasing Butterflies palette. It is a gorgeous little palette. I've really enjoyed using it. I am going to keep a hold of it. Makeup by Tammy Cosmetics, the UK indie brand. Also, she was one of the first YouTubers, like beauty YouTubers, that I started watching. So yes, I will be keeping hold of that. I have the Dominique Cosmetics Celestial Thunder palette. And if I'm honest, it doesn't call to me at all. I'm not inspired by this colour story at all. So I'm going to declutter that. I have this Hip Dot, the C-Note palette. Love the packaging. This is the colour story. I haven't tried anything from Hip Dot as yet. I've had this for ages. I really need to try this. I do love this colour story. I could take or leave the browns. But generally there's a lot of blues and greens in here. I do love the look of it, and I'm looking forward to trying it. Then I have my only Wicked Sisters Cosmetics palette. I've got Invocation of the Spirit. Sadly mine broke in the post, but absolutely gorgeous. Really grungy dark colour story. I love it. Next up is this Ocean's Eye, one of the mini palettes. This is the Verdandi. It's very, very neutral. If I'm honest, I can't see me reaching for it, so I am going to declutter this. And Labelle makeup. Again, this was a UK indie brand that is now closed down. The Magnifique palette. This is the colour story. I will be decluttering that. I have a few Be Perfect palettes. I love my Carnival palettes. But I have all the colours I want in those. I do have this. This is the collab between Be Perfect and Makeup by Alina, the Rain palette. It's gorgeous. I have all of these colours within the other Be Perfect palettes I have. Same as with this Sensorium Chapter 1. Gorgeous colour story. But yes, I'm going to declutter both of those. Okay, so as you can see, it's a different day. I've moved areas. If it's a bit shaky, I do apologise. I didn't have much to attach it to. So next up I have the Made by Mitchell palette. The mangoes. Where the mangoes? Something like that. Let me take this out. I absolutely adore this palette. It is beautiful. The quality is so good. Yeah, definitely will be keeping that. Then we have my Coloured Rain Queen of Hearts, and as far as neutral palettes go, I really love this one. I love the formula, so I'm definitely going to be keeping that. Then we have the Bloom palette from OPV Beauty. It's a UK indie brand. This is absolutely stunning. I haven't used it yet, so definitely need to dig that out and use it. And another OPV Beauty London palette is the Rainbow Splash palette. And all I've done with this, if I can get it in the thing there, is swatch it. And I haven't even swatched all the shades. So another one that I really need to dig out and use. And then moving on to Sample Beauty, which is a UK indie brand. This is the Equalizer palette. And Try and put it so you can see all of it. This is not easy, guys. I don't have many other places that I can set up like this, but this is the Equalizer palette. This was a gift from my daughter and I love it. I love the quality of the Sample Beauty eyeshadows. And then we have some Blend Bunny. So I've got my Primal palette. This is one of my favorites. How beautiful is that? I adore all of my Blend Bunny palettes. Definitely will not be parting ways with any of those. Another Sample Beauty. This is the Blooming Lovely palette. This is another palette that I adore. Absolutely gorgeous colour story. It's only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shimmers. But that's okay. I don't mind that. It's beautiful. And then moving on, another Blend Bunny Cosmetics palette. This is the Surge, and oh how I love this palette. This bottom row of neons, I don't know how well the camera is going to show them up as neons, but they are amazing. They perform beautifully. Yes, love that. Definitely keeping it. Okay, next I've got a couple of palettes that only arrived today, so I'm going to show you this one first. This is from Poutnshout, and for some reason the name escapes me, but seriously guys, this is all handmade, like upcycled packaging, and it's got poppies around the edge. Now my dog Poppy passed away, and yeah, a little over a year ago. So anything with poppies on, I adore. And then this is the colour story. I think Maria really outdid herself with this. It is beautiful. I cannot wait to try it. So obviously keeping. And also the Nomad Cosmetics Okavango Safari. Right, excuse the state of my thumbnail. I've just wrecked my nail varnish. Okay, so this is what the actual palette looks like. It's soft and beautiful, and then this is the color story. I cannot wait to try these kind of patterned shimmer shades. Absolutely gorgeous. And of course Nomad Cosmetics is one of my favorites, so yeah. And then another palette that I haven't used yet, although I did cheat and swatch it, is from Beauty Moon Cosmetics, which is a UK indie brand that I only discovered, let me move them, I only discovered recently. Tortie, the owner, is lovely, and this palette is, let me take that slip out. This palette is absolutely gorgeous. I swatched everything. I know I cheated, but I had to. And these glitters, oh, they swatch so opaque. I am so excited to use this. Okay, next up is Ace Beauté Falling For You. Gorgeous kind of autumnal colour story. I haven't used this yet, but I love Ace Beauté's formula, so looking forward to trying that. Another Ace Beauté palette. This is Nostalgia. This is one of my favorites. It is a beautiful bright color story and I love it. Although, oh no, what is that? I think that's gone moldy. That's mold. Oh no. Okay, I am going to be decluttering that, sadly. Not, I didn't want to. But yeah, that's mold. Right, let's move on. Ace Beauté Oceanic palette. No, this one looks fine. Thank God, because it's my favourite Ace Beauté one. I definitely would have to replace it. So yes, this is the Oceanic. I love it. And another Ace Beauté palette. This is a more recent one. This is the Tropical Vibes. I adore this. Those greens are stunning. That yellow is stunning. The Chartreuse, which is called Chartreuse, I absolutely adore this. Definitely keeping hold of that. Next up is another UK indie brand. This is Island Play Cosmetics. This is the Masquerade palette. Oh my God, I love this. Color story is stunning. It performs beautifully. I absolutely adore this, and I'm waiting patiently for them to bring out a new palette. I love that. Then I have a couple of palettes here from Metamorphosis. This was the first one I got from them. It's a US indie brand. This is the Lily Croaks. I love the packaging. And then this is the colour story. This performs beautifully. I really love it. And yeah, I just have the two palettes, I believe, from Metamorphosis. Definitely want to pick up some more. Those greens and blues are stunning. And also I have the Linda Dazzle from Metamorphosis. I love the artwork on these. And this is what she looks like. Absolutely gorgeous colour story. Beautiful. Next up is another Nomad Cosmetics palette. It's the Lake Como one. I picked this up when I picked up a couple of other palettes. It was on offer. I absolutely adore this, but then that's no surprise. It is Nomad Cosmetics. Moving on to another Ace Beauté palette. I have the full set, the game. I don't have the lashes and the lip glosses though. But this is the Paletopoli palette. And this is what she looks like. These shades are so beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Playing the game, I usually end up with shimmers in my crease and dark mattes on my lid. But just to play with generally, absolutely beautiful. And it's fun to play the game. So another palette here from Island Play Cosmetics. This is the Reggae Ma. I absolutely adore this. Such a beautiful palette. Love this brand. Then another Ace Beauté palette. I've done pretty well keeping them kind of together-ish. Let's not speak too soon. Okay, so this is the Violet Sage, and this is what she looks like. Absolutely gorgeous. Greens and pinks together. It's a winner. And then moving on, we have another OPV Beauty London palette. This is the Spotlight, and this is what she looks like. Performs beautifully. It is rather on the neutral side, but has some great pops of colour. I love this. Next up, we have the 669 palette from Martine Cosmetics. This is a French indie brand, I want to say. I'm sure someone will correct me if I'm wrong. This is the colour story. It is absolutely gorgeous. It is dark and grungy and pigmented and beautiful. I absolutely adore this. There's some shifty shades. I love that. And I have two palettes here that were gifted to me by the beautiful Yanette, and I'm so incredibly grateful. This one is rather big. These are the only palettes I have from Playing and Makeup by Yolondo. I haven't tried them yet, but I'm super excited to. Let's take the shiny stuff out. So this is the 777 eyeshadow palette, and I think we can all see why I am so madly in love with this palette. Look at those greens, and it's even got the pop of pink and the purple in there. It is stunning. I cannot wait to try this. And she also picked me up the Jamrock No Limitations eyeshadow palette from Playing and Makeup by Yolondo. And again, let's get rid of the sheet. This is what she looks like. Absolutely stunning. I am so excited to play with these palettes. How beautiful are they? Okay, next up I have a few more Nomad palettes. So this here is the Tokyo Harajuku, I believe. And I love this. I love the packaging. I always keep my boxes for Nomad. How gorgeous is that? These shades are so special. I adore this palette. Then we have the Whistler's Snow Lodge, and keep my little things in there. So this is the Whistler's Snow Lodge. It is such a beautiful colour story. They do such an amazing job with their colour stories. I love that. Then the Cartagena Magica. I don't know how you pronounce that. But this is this beauty. Absolutely stunning palette. I love this. I could have done with a bit more depth, but it's not the end of the world. I think it is stunning. And there's a snake on there. And then next up is the Hudson Valley. And isn't this packaging gorgeous? This is the colour story. For me, it's a very neutral colour story, but it's my kind of neutrals. If I'm going to go neutral, I love the cool tones with the greens. It's gorgeous. This shade here, Wine Harvest, is stunning. Yes. Then we have the America's Parks. I love this packaging. It's so cute. And this is the color story. And I have friends in America that have said this color story really embodies those America's Parks. American Parks? The America's Parks. Absolutely gorgeous. I love this. Then some of their larger palettes. This one here is the Montverde palette. It is absolutely stunning. Sorry, shaking the camera there. Absolutely beautiful. Love this color story. It is such a beautiful palette. Then we have here the Paradise Islands palette, another absolutely gorgeous palette with an amazing colourful colour story. Love this. And then the Haunted Europe. Let me take those out. I love this. Look how the picture changes. I love that. And then on the inside, this is your colour story. It is beautiful. It is a quite spooky colour story. I absolutely adore it. And another one from Martine Cosmetics. This is Martine's Diner. And this is what she looks like. I do have to admit, after using the 669, I was disappointed with this. However, I am hanging on to it. I'm going to give it another chance and see. But yes, that's the Martine's Diner. I have 4 Anastasia Beverly Hill palettes here. Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the Riviera. I love this. It is beautiful. The Jackie Aina. Gorgeous neutral palette. The Subculture. I love this palette. I know it was a very love or hate. I love. And the Alyssa Edwards. These palettes are beautiful. I love them. I'm not going to be parting with those. And next up is my little very cute mini palette from Coloured Rain. I love this. I'm not going to be parting with that. And then my other NBA Cosmetics palette. This is the Cult of Luna. Oh my god, I adore this palette. Absolutely adore this palette. It is tiny but mighty. Okay, and then some of the Ace Beauté collection in this size. So there is the Classical Paradise, which looks like this. The Blossom Passion, which looks like this. The Paradise Fallen. And the Slice of Paradise. I love all of these. I'm not going to part with them. Okay, so I have 3 of the larger Anastasia Beverly Hills Norvina collection. I believe this is number 1. And she looks like this. Very beautiful. I'm going to leave it open because I think I'm only going to keep 1, maybe 2 of these. This one is number 2. And she looks like this. And then we have number 3. I did declutter number 4, I believe, in my last declutter. My daughter has that. And this is number 3. So I need to decide what I wish to keep and what I wish to part with. So I'm not a massive fan of the shimmers in these palettes. If I'm honest, I'm not the biggest fan of the palettes. I think I'm going to keep hold of this one. So this is number 2, and I'm going to declutter 1 and 3. Okay, now we move on to my Made by Mitchell, the larger palettes. I have the Do You Want Some Milk, is it called? I love this. I know some people didn't. I received this as a gift from my beautiful friend Danielle. And then I have the Head in the Clouds, which looks like this. I love these. And also the Feet on the Ground, which looks like this. I love these palettes. I won't be parting with any of them. Okay, next up I've got these 2 capsule palettes from Sugar Pill. I don't know what their names are, but I have this one. I don't believe they do them anymore. And I have this one. I love these, and I definitely will not be parting with them. Then we have 2 palettes here from Lois Cosmetics. These were her first 2 palettes. We've got the Rose Metal, which is the more neutral palette, but a rosy tone neutral, and then the Gone Rogue, which is this beautiful, bright, amazing colour story. That green outside the box is amazing, and this is a pressed glitter Gone Rogue, and it is beautiful. Yes, one of my favourite brands. Won't be parting with those. And we have this really reflective Ciate London palette. This is the Editor. It's a very neutral palette. Not my favourite formula or colour story, but it was a gift and I love it for that reason alone. Then we have my Sugar Shop by Gorman Girls. This was the first time I ever tried Gorman Girls, and I remember loving it. Well, it survived all my declutters, so it's doing something right. And oh god, these 2 are a real pull for me. So this is Miali Beauty, which is closed down, and we have the Yasmin palette, which is this beautiful, really flowery, vibrant. Oh, I love this. And also the Ayubia, which is gorgeous. Oh crikey, what do I do? What do I do? I can't part with them yet. I can't do it. I'm keeping hold of them. Okay. Naughty Steph. Right. So next we have a palette from Cara Beauty. This was a gift from my beautiful friend and sister Erica Conga. She adores this brand. This palette is amazing. I absolutely love it. So yes, that will be going nowhere. The collaboration between Lethal Cosmetics and Teresa Is Dead. This is their first collaboration, the Lethal Is Dead palette. I love this. I love Lethal Cosmetics. So that's going at nowhere. I have this gorgeous little Karma Chameleon palette from Beautiful Shells Cosmetics. This was a gift from one of my beautiful subscribers, Donna, and just look at that. It is stunning. I love it. I really want to try more from that brand. Then I have the Faerie Frolic palette. It says Alien Cosmetics. They're now Unearthly Cosmetics, but I have it, the original. I love this. It is gorgeous. Then I have the Beach Days by Cara Beauty. Let's say Cara Cosmetics. I love this. It is gorgeous. So I'm definitely keeping hold of that. And then Odin's Eye, the Norns eyeshadow palette. This packaging is everything. I love their packaging. And this is the colour story. I love this. These shadows perform beautifully. So that is staying. Then we have the Makeup Revolution and Beetlejuice palette. I love this. I love Beetlejuice. And this is the colour story. And it says Ghost with the Most. I love this. Revolution doesn't have my favourite formula, but I did manage to get some good looks out of this, and it's Beetlejuice, so I am keeping hold of that. Okay, I've got this little Dominique Cosmetics Sweater Weather palette. This was a gift from my beautiful friend Darcy. I love this. It's all mattes. These tones are stunning, so definitely will be keeping that. And oh, this is from Poutnshout. I absolutely adore this palette. She really did a great job here. So this is looking like a snack. I mean, her artwork is just amazing. And then this is the color story. Absolutely gorgeous. I love Poutnshout. Her blush formula is my absolute favourite. I love her eyeshadow formula too. So yes, definitely keeping that. I won't part with any of my Poutnshout stuff. So next up is London Copyright, which is a UK indie brand that I discovered recently. Or decided to try recently. I have had my eye on them for a while. But yes, this is the Playhouse palette. I really enjoy this palette. It is beautiful, and I love that it's magnetic. You can take the pans out. Love it. Okay, so these next two palettes are both from Cult Candy Cosmetics, which is a UK indie brand. The artwork on these is amazing. So this is the Heavenly Urchins, and this is the color story. I need to play with these again because I don't know how I would feel about the formula now, but I definitely need to dig these out. This one would never leave my collection in a million years. This is the first palette that I reviewed on my channel. It is so special to me. There's cat hair on. I love the artwork. I love the colour story. But even if I didn't, it still wouldn't leave because it just, yeah. The first one I reviewed on my channel. Now we have September Rose Cosmetics, and this is the Brew palette. Now this is a neutral palette that I can get on board with. You can probably see it's being used rather a lot. This is one I do really enjoy. I love the tones in it. Then we have the Odensai and Angelica Nyqvist's collab. This is the Hella palette. I keep the sleeve on because I love the contrast between the black and white and the colours. This is the colour story. I adore this palette. It's beautiful. Those greens have me, and green and pink together. Beautiful palette. Then we have the Meet Me at Midnight palette from Lois Cosmetics, UK indie brand, one of my favourites. This is the colour story. I absolutely love this. Beautiful. Next up is the Sleepover palette from Unearthly Cosmetics. This is what she looks like. I absolutely adore this palette. I love Unearthly Cosmetics. Yes, not going to be going anywhere. Then the Gorman Girls and collaboration with Crystal Rice Makeup, the Spectra palette. This is what she looks like. I love this. It has a few neutrals in, so I think it makes it more versatile for anyone. You've got your brights, you've got your neutrals, you've got your kind of in-betweenies. Great palette. This next palette is from Wishbone Cosmetics, which is a UK indie brand. I haven't tried this yet. I'm in love with this packaging. It is so beautiful. Let me tip those things out. You do get the shade names on a bit of card in there. And then this is the colour story. It does lean a little neutral, but I do love the look of that green and these brights. Trying to work out if that's a deep green. I'm looking forward to trying this, so you will see this coming up on my channel hopefully very soon. Then my only palette from Pink Crush Cosmetics. This is in collaboration with Crystal Rice Makeup. This is the Metamorphosis. I love the packaging. I love the colour story. These shadows perform beautifully. So that is definitely staying. I have this little La Chica Enamorada palette. This is from Cara Beauty. Oof. So it's kind of half neutral, half pink and purple. I have a feeling my daughter would really love this, so I am going to pass this along to my daughter. So that one is decluttered. I have all three from this collection that Odin's I did, with different collaborators. So this is the Hummingbird. This was the collaboration with the Fancy Face. I believe her name's Tina. This is the colour story. Absolutely gorgeous. I love it. And then we have the Giant Wolves, which was a collaboration with Annette Oberstad of Annette's Makeup Corner. I'm so sorry if I butchered your name. I love Annette. And this is the colour story. It is stunning. I just adore this. The shimmers in this are something special. And then we have the Red Dragon, which is a collaboration with Judy. This palette was a gift from my beautiful friend and sister here on YouTube, Marina, of Make by Marina. And it is gorgeous. It is more on the neutral side, however, not too neutral that I can't make some amazing looks with it. I love it. Then I have my little collection of Sigil inspired by Tammy Tanuka palettes. So I'll go with the first one I picked up. So the first one I picked up, I didn't understand the whole size thing, so I ended up with this teeny tiny palette, but it's super cute, and I think it's called Joyous Ice Fish, and this is the colour story. They are super special. I've ended up with bits of one of the colours in with that, but yeah, absolutely gorgeous little palette. I won't part with any of these. Then we have the Chinchilla. I can't remember what it was exactly called, but this is a beautiful neutral palette for me. I love it. The shimmers are something special. And then the Snake palette, again, absolutely stunning little palette. And then Gourmand Girls, the Galactic Gourmand. This is an all shimmer palette. As you can see, it's been used rather a lot. I love this. I love the shiftiness in these. It is such a gorgeous little duochrome palette. I love it. And then we have Lethal Cosmetics, the 1-Up palette. I got it because, well, I love Lethal Cosmetics, but also this takes me back to my youth. This is the colour story. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love it. I love every look I've created with it. So yes, 100% staying. Okay, so I'm going to move on here to this little pile. This is the 9 Lives palette from Poutnshout. I love Poutnshout. How gorgeous is that? It is beautiful. It's a nice quirky colour story. Then you've got the cats that correspond with the shades in the palette. I love it. And there's the names on the back. Again, the colour. So with some, I never quite know if the name refers to the colour on the same side as it or when you turn it over, but this makes it so easy. She always does such a fantastic job. I love this. And I have these two little, the Sugar Pill Fun Size palettes. So I have the original Fun Size, I love it, and also the Fun Size 2. Again, love that. Then I have these two mini palettes, Beetlejuice ones. Oh, crikey. The house one, which looks like this. Super, super cute. I don't use them, and I've got the bigger Beetlejuice one. I think my daughter would absolutely love these. So I also have the I Myself Am Strange and Unusual. They are super cute. I don't reach for them. I'm a huge Beetlejuice fan, but I do have the larger one. So I think I'm going to pass these on to my daughter. Then I have the two palettes from Urban Decay, the collaboration with Prince or Prince's estate. I have these just purely because they're prints. So this is this one. I can't remember what they're called and it doesn't say it on there. But yes, so I have that one, and then this is my favourite of the two. I did pick these up. I say secondhand, they weren't used at all. But yes, I need to use these. All I've done is swatch them. But this is definitely my favourite of the two. I don't even think I've swatched this one. What's wrong with me? Yeah, I definitely will dig those out and use them at some point. Okay, next up is, I've got two little minis here from Odin's Eye. I did declutter the Verdandi because it's super neutral, but I will be keeping both of these. So this is the Mini Forest. It is absolutely gorgeous. These shades here are stunning. Love the artwork. And then the Erd is gorgeous. Got Fluff. And I've shaken the camera. Apologies. Stay still. And then we have the Erd, and she looks like this. I haven't used this one yet, but I love the look of this. So yes, 100% they will be staying. And then the collaboration between Gorman Girls and Doodles by the Bunny, the Spooked palette. I absolutely adore this palette. I've used it rather a lot. It is stunning. I love the formula. I love the design. I love everything about this. And Doodles by the Bunny, I followed her for such a long time, and I am so happy she has these collaborations because she's super talented. Then we have With Love Cosmetics, which is a UK indie brand. This is the Cocktail palette. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh, I love this. I've only used it once, maybe twice. Definitely need to dig that out some more. Then we have, mine says Alien Cosmetics, but of course it's now Unearthly Cosmetics. This is the Strawberry Milkshake palette. I love this artwork. It is amazing. And this is the colour story. I am in love with this colour story. It is so beautiful. I love it. Then we have the Makeup Obsession So Dope palette, which I haven't used yet, but I had to have it because it's greens, it's beautiful. I need to use that. And then another With Love Cosmetics palette. This is the Gifted. I haven't used this yet. Take that out. But definitely will be digging into this soon. It's gorgeous. Next up is the Meet Me in the Underworld palette from Lois Cosmetics. This is my favourite of her palettes. I love this artwork. And then the colour story is gorgeous. Those greens are amazing. That black is amazing. I love this. Then my other Cosmic Brushes palette, the Royal Rose. I did toy with decluttering this because it's being discontinued, but yeah, I can't. I love it. It's beautiful. And then another Unearthly Cosmetics palette. This is the Not Normal palette. This was a gift from my beautiful friend Danielle, and that colour story is grungy goodness. I adore it. I love the quality of these. So definitely not going anywhere. Okay, now we have Bose Beauty, which is a UK indie brand that I discovered recently. This is an all matte palette, trust the process. Beautiful, it's performed lovely. Very happy with that. Then we have the One Size Patrick Star Visionary palette. I picked this up for my Steph Does Neutrals series, so you will be seeing this coming up at some point. Then my favourite Nomad palette, possibly my favourite palette, is definitely in kind of my top 5 easily. So this is the Iceland Fire and Ice palette from Nomad Cosmetics. This colour story is so unique, so beautiful. I have used this so many times. I've created so many looks with it. One of my most used palettes and most loved. Next up is the Man-Eater Untamed palette from Artitude Cosmetics. I adore this. This is her most recent palette. And just look at that colour story. It is amazing. I absolutely adore this. That shade Kingdom is just so much more beautiful than it looks in the pan. It is such an amazing palette. The black is amazing. I highly recommend it. And of course, being a UK indie brand and a brand that I'm a brand ambassador for. Then we have the Ace Beauty Floral Vintage. She looks like this. This was a gift also. I love it. Beautiful palette. Then we have the Blend Bunny, the Dollhouse. This is gorgeous. Some of the shades are a bit smooshed. This was a gift from my beautiful friend Darcy. I love it. I love my Blend Bunny palettes. They're amazing. Then we have the Juvia's Place Wahala 2. This is such a beautiful palette. It does have some pressed glitters, but I love Juvia's Place pressed glitters. I'm a huge glitter fan, as you all know if you know me. This is such a gorgeous palette. I love it. And then sticking with Juvia's Place, we've got quite a few here. So I have the Nubian 2, which looks like this. Gorgeous. The Magic, I have the large one, the original, possibly one of my favourites from Juvia's. I love it. And the Culture, she's recently brought out the Culture 2. This is the first one, and this is the colour story. I absolutely adore this. The quality is amazing. I love Juvia's Place eyeshadows. Okay, so then we have some of the this size ones. So there is the Nomads. Oh, crikey. This is a more neutral palette, but I love the tones. The Zulu, and she looks like this. Absolutely gorgeous. The Tribe, which I think might be my favourite Juvia's Place. I absolutely adore this palette. It is so stunning. So stunning. I don't know why she discontinued that. The Warrior 3. The Douce or Douce, however you say it. I love this. This makes me think of macarons. The Festival. Gorgeous. And then we have these two much smaller ones. So there is the Honey. The Rebel Mint. And then some of this size. So we have the Berries, the Nubian Royal, which I think is my favourite out of these smaller palettes, the Violets, and the Sweet Pinks. Gorgeous. I won't be parting with any of those. And now moving on to Beauty Bay. I've got rather a lot here from Beauty Bay. So this is the collaboration that Beauty Bay did with Nikki Tutorials. Ooh. This is what she looks like. It's not my favourite from Beauty Bay, but I do still love it. And there's a few this size. So the New Mood, the Sunset Horizons, the Book of Magic, Wilderness, Age of Opulence, and Dark Fantasy. This was a gift from my beautiful friend Darcy. I love them. They're not going anywhere. And I have three this size from Beauty Bay. So this is the Techni Days. Gorgeous. That one actually has shimmers in. The Utopia is all matte. And the pastels is all matte also. I love them. And then I have 3 of their Disney ones. So I have the Jungle Book. These are all matte. I think this is my favourite of them. I love that colour story. The Alice in Wonderland, Cheshire Cat one. And the Dumbo. All films I grew up loving. Okay, moving on. So I've got this W7 palette. This was a gift from my beautiful friend Ali. This is the My Atlantis. She picked this up for me to try. It's a dupe of one of the Huda Beauty palettes. I've used it. It is great quality. I love it. Next up is the Unearthly Cosmetics Don't Be Jelly palette. I love this packaging. I do keep it in here. So I'll just get that out. So this is the palette. It is absolutely amazing. I think this is my favourite Unearthly Cosmetics palette. It is so beautiful and the shades are just stunning. Then we have another Nomad palette. And this one is the Love and Death. How gorgeous is that? And this is the colour story. It is so beautiful. The real dark grungy side and this beautiful red and pink side. I love it. And then we have the P. Louise Watch the Queen Conquer. So this side looks like this. Beautiful pinks and purples. I love that. And then if you turn it over, the other side is these gorgeous oranges, yellow, green, red. It is stunning and it performs so beautifully. I love this. Okay guys, so we're back down on the floor. I'm just going to get started on these next ones. So I've got 2 here of the e.l.f. Bite Size palettes. I've got the I See You, which looks like this, and also the Hot Jalapeno, which looks like this. I will be keeping both of these. I do love the formula of these little e.l.f. palettes. Next is Glamlight. It is the Red Velvet Cupcake one. I love this. I love that the little sprinkles move. And this is what this one looks like. Absolutely gorgeous colour story. I love it. Definitely keeping hold of that. P. Louise Going Solo. One of the Love tapes. And this all greys. Grey is something that I don't have as much of in my collection. I do love greys and silvers, so I wanted one specifically with those shades. So I haven't used it as yet, but I fully intend to. Then we have the Glamlight Pizza Veggie Lovers palette, and she looks like this. Absolutely gorgeous colour story. Oh, yeah, I can't part with it. It's staying. Next up is my makeup book by Deborah Milano. This was a gift from my best friend's daughter and it's got everything in it. I have used it and the quality is pretty good. So yes, I 100% will be keeping a hold of that. Then I have my Michaela and Glamlight palette. I've got to be careful because it's falling out from there. My silver stuff's falling out, but this is what she looks like. I'm going to close that back up before I lose any more of my silver bits. And moving on to another Glamlight palette. This is the Glam Donut, and this is what she looks like. I've used this once. But I do love the colours, so I'm definitely going to keep hold of that. Then we have a runaway Dubious Place palette that should be with all of the others but wasn't, the Saharan. And this is what she looks like. These shadows are so beautiful. I love the Dubious Place ones. And then I have the Glam Shop Poland, the Oriental palette. And this is quite a neutral leaning palette, but you can do more with it. It's got this beautiful deep kind of wine colour-ish, burgundy, winey. The black's really good. It's got some more rosy tones. It's got that beautiful green. Yes, I will definitely be keeping hold of that. Then I have my Makeup Obsession Dream with a Vision, and this is what she looks like. Try and bring that up. Absolutely gorgeous palette. I've got cat hair in there. I do love the formula of Makeup Obsession, so yeah, it's a nice summery colour story, so I'm going to keep hold of it. Or am I? Do I really need to keep hold of it? Yeah, I am for now. Next up is September Rose Cosmetics and the Slush palette. This was the first palette I had from them. I love this. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous palette. So yes, definitely keeping hold of that. Plus they're a UK indie brand. Then I have the Glam Light. I've got cat hair, dog hair, everywhere. Crikey. So the Glam Light, what are you called? Ice Cream Dream. I just call it the ice cream palette. And this is what she looks like. Absolutely gorgeous. I love the shades in here. Beautiful summery shades. Very much a Steph palette. So yes, that's staying. And while we are on Glam Light, I have the Pizza palette, the huge one. And I've decluttered it before and put it back in my collection. For some reason, I cannot get rid of it. So she's sticking around, even though it's a pain in the ass because it's so big. And also from Glamlight, I have the Cake palette. I keep it in the oven because it's just so freaking cute. And this is what she looks like. Absolutely gorgeous colour story. I love it. Definitely keeping a hold of that. Okay, now we're on to my Carnival palettes. So I've got the Be Perfect and Stacey Marie Carnival XL Pro palette. It's not the remastered version, it's the original one. I absolutely adore this palette. It is such amazing quality. So yes, 100% will be keeping that. So next up, it's the Be Perfect and Stacey Marie Carnival. I'm going to stop saying Be Perfect and Stacey Marie because all of these Be Perfect ones are. The Carnival 3 Love Tahiti. This is what she looks like. Absolutely love this palette so much. So definitely keeping it. Which brings me to the W7 Mardi Gras. The Express Yourself, which is an exact dupe of the Stacey Marie, the Love Tahiti. And I know a very wonderful friend of mine, Ali, who will love this. So this will definitely be going to her. Then I have the Carnival 4, the Antidote, and this is what she looks like. This one surprised me. I did not expect to love this palette as much as I do, because instantly you look at it and think it's a very neutral palette. But wow, I have played with this a lot and I absolutely love it. So yes, don't judge a book by its cover. Then we have the Carnival 5, the Interstellar. This is absolutely amazing. I think this could possibly be my favourite out of the Carnivals. Possibly. But I've done quite a few looks with this now. I absolutely adore it. In particular, Milky Way and Orbit. They're like a glitter shimmer hybrid. I don't know how else to describe them, but they look stunning. Absolutely stunning. And also, is it Moonwalk that performs the same? They're just, it is such a beautiful palette. So yes, if you're on the fence, with this one. I would definitely recommend it. Then we have my larger Beauty Bay palettes. So I've got the Bright Matte, the 42 colour Bright Matte, and yeah, we just about get it in. This is what she looks like. Absolutely gorgeous. The performance of these is brilliant. I love this palette. And then I have the Bright 2.0, and this one is a mixture of mattes and shimmers, and again, I absolutely adore this. I do love, my watch has come undone, I do love the Beauty Bay formula, and yeah, this one is no exception. I've got the Jade palette, and she looks like this, and absolutely beautiful. I love this palette. Again, Beauty Bay just has a formula that I really enjoy using. So yes, definitely staying, and I do love bigger palettes. And then I have the Earthy, which we all knew I was going to get because greens. Yeah, but I do need to play more with these lower rows. But yeah, the greens have definitely had more love, but that's not a surprise coming from me. And then we have the Midnight palette, and this is just all beautiful purples and blues. Another amazing quality palette. I love these palettes so much, so much. So yes, definitely not going anywhere. And then we have the Berries, and she looks like this. Now, they first brought out the 16 pan. They brought the Earthy and the Midnight out in the 42 pans, but not this one. And I don't know if they had it in mind to bring this one in a 42, or whether they did it because there was so many people asking for it. But for whatever reason, I'm glad they did, because this is a stunning, stunning palette. Okay, so moving on to my larger P. Louise palettes. I don't know how much of this I'm going to get in here. This is the Love Tapes, and it comes with the palette in the middle and then the highlighter either side. I haven't actually used this yet. I have to say, I was late buying this one, but yeah, definitely keeping hold of it. And then I have the Worldy, which I don't believe you can get hold of anymore, but this palette is stunning. Bring that out. I absolutely adore this palette. It will be going nowhere. It is such good quality. The greens are beautiful. It's all beautiful. So yes, that's definitely staying. Oh, this one I'm a bit torn on. So the Beauty in the Breakup palette, it's just very, very neutral. Very, very neutral. And a lot of these shades barely show up on my eyes. So I do think I am going to declutter this palette. And then, last but not least, we have the P. Louise The Money Shot. And this is what she looks like. This palette is absolutely gorgeous. I don't know if I can move it back enough that you can see all of them, kind of. So in the top you've got all these beautiful kind of grass greens and bright greens, emerald greens. I'm terrible at describing colours, so take that with a pinch of salt. And in the bottom you've got these kind of grungy greens, mustardy colours, like yellowy greens. You've got your browns and the more kind of yellowy browns and greeny browns. It's a really, really versatile, interesting palette. I adore this. This is my favourite P. Louise palette, for obvious reasons. But yes, so I will definitely be keeping that. So I believe that is the last of the palettes. Okay, well, I will hand you on over to future Steph to say goodbye. Okay guys, so future me here. Let's see how I did with my eyeshadow palette collection and declutter. How many did I declutter? Well, I have this box here and another big box that I I can't pick up. So let's count these ones first. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 there. 16. Put this one down. We're up to 16. So let's count these. So it's 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 46 palettes decluttered. I can't remember what the count was on my eyeshadow palettes, but I will pop it on the screen now so you can see. I know there were 390 something, I think I'm right, but yeah, you'll see that there. And yes, I have decluttered 46 eyeshadow palettes. I'm pretty proud of myself because eyeshadow palettes are my love. I absolutely adore eyeshadow palettes. Yes, I'm a collector. Yes, I have way too many for one face. I get that. But I love having the options of not only different colour stories, but different brands, different formulas, a range of drugstore and high-end, mostly indie, because that's where my heart lies. So, yes, I hope you've enjoyed this very long video. If you have stuck this out to the end, please do leave me a green heart in the comment section below, just to let me know you've made it all the way through. And if you have, thank you so much. I couldn't listen to me for that long, but thank you. So yes, I hope you're all having a great day, great evening, wherever you are and whatever you're doing. I hope you're taking care of yourselves. I will see you again very soon. Goodbye.
Yeah, stepping in the spot like she own it, looking like the world is your runway. She can set it off like a gunplay. Oh my, yeah. Talk of the city with that body, always getting praised like it's Sunday. She said, baby, what you gonna do about it?